Right, take 165. Hello everyone. Do not adjust your sets. You might want to turn the sound down. I have leveled up my setup. Still not perfect. As you can see, there are shadows absolutely everywhere. We'll have a little shadow puppet show. But we're getting there. It's still a mess, because that's what this is all about, but it is less of a mess. I have tried to start this video so many times, I can't remember what I said where, but welcome for those who are returning. It's lovely to have you back. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, who has commented, who has liked. I confess I am absolutely astounded. When I posted the first video and the second video in portrait, not really realising that I was filming in portrait and therefore it would post in portrait. Yes, I know, obvious. Not to me, clearly, at the time. I thought no one is going to watch this, and if they try to, no one is going to watch till the end. So thank you so much. I have had so much fun getting to know some of you in the comments, and I'm really glad that some of this content is resonating. So I will continue, and hence why I've leveled up, because I do believe you deserve more. You deserve more than me balancing a phone on whatever I can find and absolutely shocking sound quality. So I hope this is better. And this is probably as good as it's going to get. I think that's it for the level. I'm done. I've gone as far as I can go. Mr. Peanut is here. He's not very well, but he sends his regards. Pig noises and barking, no doubt, to follow, and we shall have fun with that. So I'm sure you've all been waiting with bated breath. The anticipation has been palpable. I could feel it through the airwaves about the Hibino A6 date-free free diary that I have. Now, I initially was absolutely not interested in this whatsoever. Not because it's not beautiful, not because it's not the most incredible paper quality I've ever seen. This is probably the nicest paper. I believe it's Tomoe River paper. It is cream. It has some of the smallest grid on record. Oh, cute! I forgot to put that in there. It really is simple and stunning. It is not dissimilar from the A6 5-year diary from Hibinichi. Very similar cover, very similar size. I think there are 764 pages. That's very specific. Something like that, just randomly. So over 750 pages. You get 2 pages to a day. Obviously, this is undated, so you can do whatever you like. And the difference from the dated, from what I know, is that you don't get monthly layout, and you don't get I think there's trackers and other pages, but I believe you have enough paper to do that yourself, and to still have 2 pages a day. It has held up to absolutely every pen I have used, and all fountain pen, nib sizes varying from extra fine to medium, and it's just how, I'm sorry, you're not going to, I had to cover up I forgot I put that there and I started filming, but you can see no bleed through. So I started this and I got to here. Yes. what happened. So I bought this in June, and I am so glad that the dated was not available, because despite it being June, I probably would have ordered a dated because I really liked the colours. Not that I don't like this colour, I love brown, but the other colours were really cute. And I thought, no, it's fine. I'll use the back for notes. I'll use the, use the daily. This will be fantastic. And at the beginning it was, and I absolutely loved it. I loved it for this much. And I had real fun. And to be honest, I'm not giving up on it. Let me just explain why. So I was using this as my daily diary. And I even got the cover, which is the Porter Stroll from Hibino, because it fits. Yeah, I basically watched a video, and like with all these things, I was absolutely affected. I didn't need a cover, but I just wanted it. I haven't got the cover here right now. I'm actually using it as a, because it's like a little bag, so I use it as a little bag. I do not regret the purchase of the Hibino Porter Stroll. It is a lovely item, and I actually don't have a small, teeny tiny little bag just for a phone and keys, which is effectively what it fits. So yeah, I was very affected. So I had it in the cover. Initially, it was a little bit tricky to write because it's so thick, but actually it's so flexible that you can kind of bend it, do whatever you want. And the cover did help. So that was my excuse for buying the cover, because it kind of flattened it out a little bit. Now, when I journal, I like to journal mostly in bed. I don't journal at a desk. I journal with my notebook propped onto my lap. Even if I'm at a table, I tend to have it propped on my lap. I have no idea why. I don't know what my condition is, but it's a serious one. So I rarely write on tables, which actually for this was because I could kind of like prop my leg up and sort of sit in a weird way. Oh my goodness, this is so damn cute. It is so damn cute. It is so damn cute. I know I haven't posted many videos, but in my last video I described my two pocket covered leather covers, my Pocket Cognac by Paper Republic and my Pocket Ernest in Whiskey by Louise Kellman. I described them kind of like as dates or friends. And this is how I like to describe my stationery. So this Hibino, you met them online. They're absolutely just seemed perfect. You met up with them, and oh my goodness, they were as perfect as you imagined. Absolutely immaculate, everything perfect, perfect teeth, perfect hair, perfect skin, perfect clothes, just amazing. And you have this perfect day and you have the best time and you want to see them again, and you carry on seeing them. And then after a while you realize that you are too embarrassed to take them back to your place, because your place is absolutely nowhere near as perfect as their place. And then you start to realize that there's only maybe one or two outfits that you can wear with this person, because every other outfit you have has some sort of stain or hole or a default, or it's just a bit crumpled. So you only can see them once or twice a week when your outfit is clean and ironed. And then you realize that you don't earn enough to see this person that often, because everywhere you take them just feels imperfect. And after a while, as much as you love this person, you just can't do it anymore, because you're exhausted. You are exhausted by living up to those expectations, and you try and relax and you can't. and you're always going to their house because you're embarrassed about your house, and you realize you're too scared to touch anything in their house. You're too scared to use anything that's breakable. You don't even want to use their bathroom. So you sit there cross-legged, uncomfortable, just wanting to go home. And that is how I felt in here, because I have tiny writing, but this was another level. This was me trying to be messy, just to kind of ease, just to, like, I don't know what the word is, loosen up, remove tension. I tried drawing in it. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. It was I was just so tense because I was so wanting it to keep it to a certain standard, a certain level of beauty. And I just, with my journals, I journal in the morning, and I actually like to journal. This is going to sound really, really crazy. When I journal first thing, I wake up really early. I wake up probably around 4 or 5 a.m. That sounds mad to lots of people, and that is absolutely fine. You can judge me. You can judge me. And I do have a dog, as you know, Mr. Pig. And I don't turn on the light because it's too harsh, it's too much for that time. So I write when it's dark and I can't see what I'm writing. And as crazy as that sounds, I really do recommend you to try. If you're neurotic over your journals, then do not do this in a Hibino. Do not. You will cry. Do it on a piece of paper if you're worried about it first time. If you're a perfectionist. If you write when you can't see, it is so freeing because you actually cannot edit yourself. You will write wonky, you will write too big or too small or too cramped or whatever. Your writing will do something that is unexpected, and you will just get thoughts out really quickly because you can't see. So I do recommend it, but not in a Hibino. Well, actually, you know what? If you can do it in a Hibino, hats off to you, because I couldn't. I couldn't. I was writing in beautiful fountain pen. I was using lovely inks. I had to position myself, cushions and pillows. I don't even have cushions because I'm not really a cushion person. There are people who love cushions, and I really respect that. But I like minimal. I like simplicity. I don't like to fuss about with cushions. So I was sort of creating this contraption using pillows and duvet and folding things in certain ways so that I could balance the Hibino in such a way that I could write. Let us pretend here. I could write in ways that were just magnificent, that the book deserved. I don't deserve this book. I am too much of a mess for this book. And I couldn't do it. I had to break up with it. And we both cried a little bit, but but even my pen test page, I would never do a pen test page like this. Like, what is this? This is so I just couldn't. My usual way is I don't even do this little squiggle. And I go, yep, that works. I don't write what it is. Why would I do that? I'm using the pen. I know what the pen is. I don't need to write what the pen is. But there you go. This all happened, and I didn't know who I was. I was trying to be something I'm not, to live up to the standards, and I couldn't. So that is my simultaneously sad. I'll leave it on this so it's a bit more interesting. That's my simultaneously sad and hilarious story of a relationship that was never to be. That being said, I hate waste. This is a beautiful notebook. This is a beautiful piece of stationery. And I thought about potentially selling it, but I've journaled in it. It's quite personal, and actually I quite like looking back on what I've journaled. and the drawings I did and the stickers I used. And actually for drawing, I did find it quite inspiring. Oh, sorry, there he is, Mr. Pig. But he's not very well, so we're going to forgive him, aren't we? So I'm not giving up on it. It is a sort of, I mean, I say it's a capsule. Let's face it, it's not. Is it? It's too neurotic. It's too high maintenance. So I don't know what it is, but it's not. It's on my desk because it looks so lovely on my desk. My desk that I don't use for writing. And I was thinking a commonplace, and it might become that, because commonplacing I do sometimes. I don't, not all. I still write on my bed in commonplacing, but sometimes I do write at a desk if I need to prop up a book, or if I need to refer to something else. Oh, sorry, my little doggy is going to be right up next to the mic, and I apologise, but this is almost over. So yes, it might turn into a commonplace. If anyone has any ideas, please let me know. Or my other idea was just capturing my drawings, or just journaling in it when I feel so inclined, because sometimes I want to just have the feel of some of my fountain pens, especially my Sailor 1911, which is an extra fine hard nib. That pen on this paper, did I swatch it? I'm sure I did. No, I swatched the Pro. That's excellent. I didn't even swatch the pen, my favorite pen. Anyway, that was my favorite to write with. I don't know. I don't know what that is. So I might do that. But if anyone has any ideas, I would love to hear. Otherwise, I'll just keep trying, and maybe it'll just get to the point where I'm cool with it and I don't mind making a mess. But right now, I just want it to be beautiful, and I'm not in a making things beautiful mood. I'm in a just scribble it down and don't care what it looks like. And also, when I write my morning pages or my bedtime pages, I don't tend to keep that notebook, because I've just, as I said, I write it in the dark, so it's a mess, and I don't need to reread it. Anything that's of interest, I transfer into either my TN, my Hibino cousin, or my commonplace, depending on what it is. So that is it. If you have any questions, if you are interested in the Hibino, if you now have a mountain of concerns, I'm sorry if I've concerned you. If I've inspired you, tell me what I said. Equally, if you have thoughts or ideas. But yes, I look forward to reading the comments, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye, everyone.